Tzu Chi Jordan Chapter arrived in Amman to conduct medical home visits ahead of the scheduled free clinic. Tzu Chi volunteers accompany a man diagnosed with cancer and doing recycling to turn his life around. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Lori Chen. Thank you for joining us. The Tzu Chi medical team arrived in Amman, Jordan on July 22nd and headed directly to the heavily Bedouin populated zone. In addition to the regular food distribution, medical personnel also took a quick look at the health status of the nomads.
Tzu Chi Jordan Chapter has been caring for impoverished Bedouin families for more than 17 years. Volunteers have seen a little boy grow up right before their eyes. His grandmother suffered from an aneurysm due to dialysis 3 times a week.
This is an aneurysm caused by long-term dialysis treatments as she feels pain in her arm.
The doctor evaluates whether she could receive surgery or not based on her blood coagulation because she also has diabetes. Tzu Chi volunteers provide her with nutrition drinks every half month. Children on their summer break are excited to see Tzu Chi volunteers visiting. Dr. Jian Shouxing found a child who was injured.
He was using plastic bags to cover his wound on the foot and canvas from the tent to wipe it. We cleaned his wound and stopped the blood flow as soon as we found him. He got cut here and also on his hand, but there's not much blood, so just pressing it with some gauze will do.
These 10 families moved here from a marshland 2 years ago, and they share the monthly rent with their meager income. Hence, Tzu Chi also help distribute food and snacks, helping them take care of their nutrition and health.
This is the first time Tzu Chi Jordan Chapter is conducting a free clinic at the Taraba Community Center. They're collaborating with the Jordan Hashemet charity organization located in the Eastern District of Amman. The targeted population are the impoverished Jordanian families and also the many Syrian refugees.
Today is the
first time that Tzu Chi held a free clinic at the Taraba Community Center. Our medical team has prepared 5 different departments: internal medicine, surgical, traditional Chinese medicine, gynecology, and dentistry. The main objective is to both serve the impoverished families in Jordan and the Syrian refugees. There are a total of 6 clinic beds in the dental department, with both Taiwanese and American dentists providing consultation and services to the families. Both the teams of dentists and dental assistants were hard at work in order to help as many patients as they can in the allotted time. In the dental department, before heading to the actual treatment section, there is a very important step to do first. Since there are many children who are present at the free clinic today, what are some methods that our doctors use to interact with young patients? Let's take a look. Dr. Kenneth Lau, a dentist from New York, is tackling the first station of the free clinic mission.
The child's feelings are always put first when it comes to seeing the dentist. We must make a very good first impression for the child, so we cannot force them to do something. We do not want to frighten them. We must first calm them down, or else they will not trust you to open their mouths for a checkup. Getting them to willingly open their mouths is the first challenge, and then we need to properly examine them. Like the little girl here, we can clearly see she has 2 cavities. The children here really like to eat sweets, and oral hygiene education is pretty much non-existent, other than at the free clinics. No matter where in the world, the U.S., in the Philippines, or anywhere else, this is the reality.
Dr. Li Minglu from Taichung has his methods for giving a child a sense of security.
First, it's important to treat the child like your own. You need to nurture and care about his feelings, not just rush to solve the medical side of things. In fact, the most important part of dentistry for children is the preventative care element. So that is why I always emphasize that the child really needs to take care of his own teeth.
When the doctors come face to face with the young patients, their eyes are filled with care and nurture. Their demeanors are filled with warmth, thus letting the child relax and not be afraid of the procedures anymore. Recently, a very popular weight loss food called chia seeds is making its rounds around the world. It has many beneficial characteristics, such as rich in dietary fiber, tasteless, highly water absorbent, keeps one feeling full longer, reduces calorie intake, and can achieve weight loss objectives. However, GI doctors remind us that individuals who have a sensitive stomach should consume it cautiously, because too much dietary fiber can lead to bloatedness and constipation issues. When it's girls' night, you go all out with food and drinks. However, Miss Liu has a secret weapon of her own. She discreetly put a spoonful of chia seeds into her unsweetened soy milk.
I normally eat too much, so I will eat a little bit and then add some of this to control my cravings.
Ms. Liu stated that when water is added, the chia seeds will expand in size. It's been over a month now, and she really feels like she has less cravings.
After consuming it, I really do feel quite full, and I don't really want to eat any greasy foods either. It's really true, even my snacking habits have changed.
This black sesame seed-like superfood is called chia seeds. It is rich in dietary fiber and can increase feeling of fullness. For every 100 grams of chia seeds, there are 37 grams of dietary fiber, which can swell up to 10 times its size when placed in water.
The water absorption ability is very strong, plus it's high in fiber. This is why it will increase the feeling of fullness.
The dietitian suggests that it can be added to soy milk or milk. Do not eat more than 15 grams a day, otherwise it may cause a burden on the stomach.
The fiber in it will swell, so patients with poor gastrointestinal motility need to be cautious due to possible intestinal obstruction issues. Also, if there's inflammation in the stomach or patients with peptic ulcers, it's not recommended.
There are also many types of drinks that are rich in water-soluble dietary fiber found everywhere. But remember to add water, otherwise it may cause constipation. Also, don't add sugar to avoid consuming more calories. The Central District TEMA team provides regular monthly free clinics for the homeless. It has been an 8-year journey ensuring both their physical and mental wellness. Due to ongoing care, many of the homeless individuals have successfully reintegrated back into society. Volunteers cut hair and groomed the homeless, while doctors took care of their health concerns. TzuChi has been caring for the homeless population for years, helping them get a regular routine and structure in their life. Mr. Tsai, who used to sleep on the streets, is now working as a janitor to support himself. Every month, he donates money and time to the free clinic.
It's normal. You're the one that needs to adapt to the environment. It's not the other way around. If you want to succeed in life, you need to work hard in any job setting.
Dr. Ji Bangjie is the ultimate savior for the homeless. He's like an old friend. It's been 8 years since he has been serving at the free clinic.
Whenever I'm sick, you would always be there. Just your presence makes me feel half better. When someone cares, it's this kind of feeling. I'm very grateful for you.
This love and care never stops. We now turn the camera over to a nursing home in Taichung. The elderly follow the beat of the music and exercise their muscles. Volunteers are there to sing and spread joy for all.
For the senior residents, this is the one day each month that they are looking most forward to. It brings them such joy.
The volunteers are able to stimulate the seniors' minds through imagination and interactive games. In Taichung, Taiwan, a Tzu Chi care recipient was shocked when he received the news of having cancer. Due to his illness, he once fell into despair and even had suicidal thoughts. Fortunately, Tzu Chi volunteers' companionship motivated him to walk out the shadows and into doing recycling.
Massaging the seniors at the nursing home, Mr. Zhang is especially energetic as he cherishes the opportunity to serve.
Every time he comes home, he collapses. He does not have the physical strength, but spiritually, he is very happy.
I enjoy serving as long as my physical strength allows me to. I'm afraid I am frail.
Have
Having suffered from nasopharyngeal carcinoma for 30 years, 68-year-old Mr. Zhang also has achalasia and therefore experiences difficulties in swallowing. He can only eat porridge, and it takes him 4 hours to finish a meal. In addition, it is not easy for him to drink water either.
I cannot drink water easily. I choke when drinking water, so I cannot drink this way.
Suffering from poor health, Mr. Zhang once fell into despair. Fortunately, Tzu Chi volunteers came to care for him. Turning from a receiver to a giver, Mr. Zhang dedicates himself to recycling, sorting recyclables every day.
I bring them here every day. I used to collect it together. I feel very satisfied being able to serve the public and do things for other people in need.
He also joins study groups to learn the master's teachings. Cherishing every day, his biggest wish is giving back to society.
It brings me joy to help and serve other people in need.
In 2016, when a recycling station in Xinxing district of Kaohsiung could no longer operate, the recycling volunteers worried that they could not carry out the recycling mission anymore. Fortunately, a Tzu Chi volunteer, Zhao Jiajing, provided his shop for the volunteers to sort plastic bags in.
Plastic bags cause serious pollution. I'm deeply touched as he donated this valuable shop so we can have a place to sort recyclables. Therefore, if I'm free in the mornings, I'll come to do recycling for 1 to 2 hours before heading to work.
Since it is our neighborhood, we can come to volunteer for half an hour or an hour whenever it is convenient for us. We come here to socialize and do recycling.
聊天呐，顺便就是做环保这样子。
食饱放边仔个啊，放到头前遐个。啊，你食迄58号呀，你食载58号。
It is hard to find a suitable location in this commercial district. It would cost them high rent trying to find a gathering place for this many people. A senior volunteer said they would have nothing to do. I said, no, you would not. Then they came to my place.
He has the generosity to provide volunteer work for us elderly people who have nothing to do. Without his help, where would we go to volunteer? On the roadside?
我们平均一个礼拜卖的时候。
On average, we sell 500 to 600 kilograms of plastic bags in a week. That comes down to at least 100 kilograms of plastic bags a day. Since it takes a long time to sort them, we divide the volunteers into 3 different shifts.
We collect a large amount of plastic bags. It would be regrettable if we stop collecting them.
来，进来倒沿后，来。 像 PP 这 PP 杂啊 ，PE 大白，内外一个内一个外这部分，花炮的啦，缩膜啊，所有打包好了，我们暂时又放在旁边。我们就把标签面剪掉，对，所以你有空在这边也可以欢迎我们。好啦。
觉得他们就是用。They're very dedicated to recycling, so I try to cut down my use of plastic bags.
虽然阮迄边人在啊，我放伊倒手边遐瓶瓶罐罐我拢一样，咱这纸吼，安尼落来，阮瓶瓶罐罐来，收。我利用我家做塑胶袋的点。
Besides sorting plastic bags at my place, we also sort recyclables at the school from 2 to 4 p.m. We do this every day except on Sundays when we only transport the recyclables.
哦，感恩哦。
他们1个礼拜来2次，他很热心啊，真的。
你为什么愿意配合？
反就是为个环保啊，尽点心，反正就举手之劳而已。
咱这群菩萨哦，唔但每工。
The volunteers not only sort plastic bags every day, they also need to go collect recyclables on Mondays and Thursdays.
Since we're given the opportunity to serve, we follow his guidance. We collect the recyclables and sort them. When we have time, we cut out the labels. We do this till 5 or 6 o'clock. We go home sometimes past 5 o'clock.
分类、切实、拢是步、骑乘、单车、滑脚、等乐乐。
The master said that we should be content and carry out our responsibilities to the best of our abilities.
Taiwan's publishing industry has proven to be difficult. Though for 20 years, TzuChi's Rhythms Monthly has captured the hearts of readers with many beautiful photos and stories. The magazine's editor-in-chief, Wang Zihong, recounts how he fell in love with journalism. That is why he continues to write stories and take photos of subjects that he loves.
These past 20 years have actually been one long journey. I didn't think about it at the time how a magazine could be linked with a TV program. I used to think it was strange that young people work in the newspaper and older people work in the magazine. This is because newspaper stories are very short, and when you get older, you can use your experience to write longer stories. You have more skill when you are older and can also reason a little better with a clearer writing style.
Enduring 20 years of different seasons, leading to more than 200 publications, 20 million words for Wang Zihong has been drifting in this era of publishing for much of his life now.
More than 20 million words, tens of thousands of photos, countless calls, unclear manuscripts, and pressure to market the magazine, as well as hosting the weekly program for DaAi TV, is all my responsibility.
When a new magazine is released, a TV program is also associated with it. Wang's first step is to sit down and ask questions on behalf of the audience. This promotes more discourse and exchange during the interview process.
你的影像，你的未来是要干什么？
我之前本来是想说做成一个录下来的纪录片这样子。
纪录片？哎，我们是不是有什么纪录片？
有啊，华人视觉华年纪录片。
People think that I look very relaxed, and some aspects of my job may seem very easy, as it may be very pleasant to be an editor. I like images and text, but in the process of production, every month continues to repeat itself. There are always unavoidable obstacles which occur again and again.
The use of pictures and the use of words to influence public opinion was originally the charm that drew him to publishing. But after doing this for decades, he admits that his outlook has changed.
The difficult part of media work is that we're not a production line. That is, if we produce an additional 10,000 units, this doesn't give us any benefits. In our industry, your sense of achievement might be the only accomplishment, as it's hard to qualify our work.
来参与，那所以我觉得这两件事情我们要把它做一个好好再想一下。
There is a famous saying that goes, if you want to hurt someone, encourage him to go into magazine publishing. This quote vividly describes the hardships of the publishing industry. It's hard to get feedback and the presses still have to run.
然后再来就是他们有推荐梨山的小学。
梨山？
对，梨山的国中小。对。
有没有大城市里面？
大城市比较少。
After the program, there's a behind-the-scenes editing meeting. Writers have to battle exhaustion and rack their brains to come up with the right words to come up with new ideas.
复兴国中是哪个复兴？
宜兰市复兴国中。
宜兰算了吧，宜兰再怎么样都已经不算是都市了，对不对？
In the eyes of outsiders, Wang Zihong may appear quite strict, but he believes that in this era of instant information, there's no shortcut when it comes to training new journalists to meet the exacting standards of educated readers.
We always think that the acquisition of knowledge or wisdom can be done quickly, but actually it's slow, and like following in the footprints of predecessors, taking each step to obtain wisdom. In college, I liked to take photos, and I started to develop the habit of carrying a camera with me wherever I went.
From a photojournalist to the editor-in-chief of Rhythms Monthly, Wang Zihong's career for the past 20 years has been an incredible journey. He has witnessed history in the making and kept true to his original aspiration to lead an outstanding publication.
Tzu Chi volunteers in New York host a food distribution once a week in front of the Flushing office. Most of the recipients are impoverished immigrants. That is why volunteers especially give them mostly fresh vegetables and fruit, hoping to help them maintain a balanced diet. Every Friday, we hold food distribution. The first time we had the distribution, we prepared food for 100 people. After that, we realized that there were more people who needed food, so we increased the number to 150.
I do not have a job, therefore I have no income. To me, the food I receive at the food pantry helps me a lot. Since I do not have a job, I have time coming over to help prepare the food pantry. That is something that I should do.
My name is Xu Zuomei. I do not work. I live at the nursing home. Since the country helps me, we should help each other and help those in need. Right? Right, exactly.
I was passing one day and I saw that it's free pantry. And since that, I come here every week because I work in the night. It's very helpful to us because we just came to this country and the rent is so high, so they give it for free, so we just come and we collect it.
We're here to volunteer because, well, a lot of people in this world are not as fortunate as us, so we want to help others.
Every time they come to receive food, I always ask them, does the food help you? They always say, it helps a lot. Even if the food only helps them prepare 1 or 2 meals, at least it still helps them. It is our blessing to be here to help others. A group of dedicated Tzu Chis organized an environmental awareness camp for 90+ elementary schools children. Through hands-on activities, the children can experience firsthand what they can do to help Mother Earth. We leave you with these adorable images. See you next time.